Hello students, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe my channel, press the bell button, press the like button and share it. Today I am going to explaining the most important chapter in PUC second year, that is magnetic effect of electric current. This is very important chapter and very interesting chapter. So if you clearly and detailedly understand, then you can score more marks in this chapter. So now we can see the magnetic effect of electric current. The main topics are like this way: magnetic effect of current, Oersted experiment, second one Ampere swimming rule, third one Maxwell's corkscrew rule, fourth one right hand thumb rule, fifth one Biot-Savart's law, magnetic field due to infinitely long straight current carrying conductor, seventh one magnetic field due to a circular loop carrying a current, eighth one magnetic field due to a solenoid. Magnetic effect of current. An electric current, that is flow of electric charge, produces magnetic effect in the space around the conductor called strength of magnetic field or simply magnetic field. Oersted experiment. When current was allowed to flow through a wire placed parallel to the axis of magnetic needle kept directly below the wire, the needle was found to deflect from its normal position. When current was reversed through the wire, the needle was found to deflect in the opposite direction to the earlier case.
Magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor. Let us perform a small activity to understand how an electric current carrying wire behaves like a magnet. Take a straight thick copper wire and place it between the points X and Y in an electric circuit, as shown. Place a small compass near to this copper wire. Observe the position of its needle. Pass the current through the circuit by inserting a key into the plug. Now observe the change in the position of the compass needle. You will observe that the needle is deflected. This is because the electric current through the copper wire has produced a magnetic effect. Based on this experiment, we can conclude that electricity and magnetism are linked to each other. In this experiment, we have seen that an electric current through a metallic conductor produces a magnetic field around it. In order to find the direction of the field produced, let us repeat the activity in the following way. Take a long straight copper wire, 2 or 3 cells of 1.5 volts each, and a plug key. Connect all of them in series as shown. Place the straight wire parallel to and over a compass needle. Plug the key in the circuit. Observe the direction of deflection of the north pole of the needle. If the current flows from north to south as shown, the north pole of the compass needle would move towards the east. Now, replace the cell connections in the circuit. This would result in the change of the direction of current through the copper wire, that is, from south to north. Observe the change in the direction of the deflection of the needle. Now, you will see that the needle moves in the opposite direction, that is, towards the west. This experiment clearly states that with the change in the direction of the electric current, the direction of the magnetic field produced by the electric current is also reversed.
Rules to determine the direction of magnetic field. First one, Ampere swimming rule. Imagine a man who swims in the direction of current from south to north facing a magnetic needle kept under him such that current enters his feet, then the north pole of the needle will deflect towards its left hand, that is towards the west.
Ampere's swimming rule. Ampere's swimming rule states that if a man swims along the wire carrying current such that his face is always towards the magnetic needle, with current entering his feet and leaving his head, then the north pole of the magnetic needle is always deflected towards his left hand.
Maxwell's corkscrew rule or right hand screw rule. If the forward motion of an imaginary right-handed screw is in the direction of the current through a linear conductor, then the direction of rotation of the screw gives the direction of the magnetic lines of force around the conductor.
Maxwell's corkscrew rule. Imagine a right-handed corkscrew being rotated along the wire in the direction of the current. The direction of rotation of the thumb gives the direction of the magnetic lines of force.
Right hand thumb rule or curl rule. If a current carrying a conductor is imagined to be held in the right hand such that the thumb points in the direction of the current, then the tips of the finger encircling the conductor will give the direction of the magnetic lines of force.
Right hand thumb rule. Imagine the conductor to be held in your right hand with the fingers curled around it. If the thumb points in the direction of the current, then the curled fingers show the direction of the magnetic field.
Biot-Savart's law. The strength of magnetic field dB due to a small current element dl carrying a current I at a point p distance r. The element is directly proportional to the I dl sin theta and inversely proportional to the square of the distance r square, where theta is the angle between dl and r. That is, first one dB is directly proportional to the I, second one dB is directly proportional to the dl, third one dB is directly proportional to the sin theta, fourth one dB is directly proportional to 1 by r square. That is, dB is directly proportional to I dl sin theta whole divided by r square, or dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by r square. Biot-Savart's law is an experimental law which deals with the magnetic field at a point due to a current element. A current element is the product of current I and the length dl of a very small segment of current carrying a wire. It is a vector represented as I dl vector. Its direction is tangent to the element and acting in the direction of current flow. A current element I dl is a vector source of magnetic field. Here we consider a conductor through which current is I and a current element of length dl. Let P be a point at a distance r from the center of the current element and theta be the angle between the current element and the line. Biot-Savart's law in vector form, that is, dB vector equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl vector cross r cap whole divided by r square. dB vector equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl vector cross r vector whole divided by r cube. Value of mu naught equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere, Weber per meter per ampere. The magnetic field at a point due to a current element I dl is, first one directly proportional to the strength of the electric current I, second one directly proportional to the length dl of the current element, third one directly proportional to the sine of the angle theta between the current element and the line joining the point of observation with the current element, and fourth one inversely proportional to the square of the distance point from the current element. Combining the equation, we get that dB is directly proportional to the I dl sin theta by r square. The proportionality constant, when you remove, we get the one constant value, that is mu naught by 4 pi. So its value is 10 to the power of minus 7. Above expression in terms of vector form can be written as dB vector equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl vector cross r cap whole divided by r square. It can be written as dB vector equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl vector cross r vector whole divided by r cube, as r cap is equal to r vector divided by r. Direction of dB vector is same as that of direction of dl vector cross r vector, which can be determined by right hand screw rule. It's emerging at P dash and entering cross at P into the plane of the diagram. Current element is a vector quantity whose magnitude is a vector product of a current element and small current element having the direction of the flow of current.